I would say the trends that I'm seeing, something that sticks out lately was what I brought up about the title policies and not closing at a title company.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen some real estate investors buy a property and they'll go through a closing and get an owner's title policy, but then when they do whatever they do to the property and they resell it to a buyer, they for whatever reason they decide they don't need to go through a title company again. And so they don't get another policy to transfer to the new buyer, nor do they try to get a lender's title policy. So that to me is a red flag of, either not that they're trying to hide something, but it just doesn't look
Right.
good on them when they don't make the effort to go through to make a loan compliant and go through the proper process.
Just trying to shave off a few $100 on that title policy is the reason they're doing that.
But there's a
Right.
reason why it takes time, and there's a reason why you want the insurance. That's why I like to show people what bank grade seller financing looks like and say, hey, if you want to make the cream of the crop stuff and not really have an issue, this is the way you need to follow the rules and stay compliant.
Beautiful. When you have a default, do you like selling the non-performing note? I'm sure it's going to depend on the collateral, but
Yeah.
or do you like doing a full foreclosure and turning around the property?
So that's a great question. And it's a question that you should be asking. And it kind of depends on your cost of capital. So if that cost of capital is burning me pretty bad, I may have to try to figure out how to sell the note so I can get recapitalized so I can move forward. But if my cost of capital isn't affecting me in the moment, I'm going to try to work with the buyer to come up with a solution for maybe them to be able to start paying again, whether that's re-amortizing the loan, modifying the loan, going through a trial payment. But if I find out they just can't afford it, then unfortunately I have no choice but to foreclose or get a deed in lieu from them. So I just aggressively go down the path of like work with them first, see if I can get a deed in lieu second, and then I have to foreclose last. And in some states, it just takes forever to foreclose. I just went through a note and mortgage foreclosure in Ohio that took almost 3 years because one of the borrowers passed away. Of course, they didn't have a trust set up or a will. So I had to go through probate. And then the surviving borrower went through bankruptcy. So I finally had that on the market today and I'm closing on it next week. It's been almost 3 years of it being non-performing.